atmosphere here charged would be doing it a disservice. It is positively electric in this place as we get you set for postseason baseball on the show. It's Game 1 of the National League Championship Series between the Cincinnati Reds and the New York Mets. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and top to bottom, I think both of these clubs have a lot of different guys that can beat you. It might not just be the stars that dominate this series. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if some of the lesser-known guys here wind up stealing the show.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your New
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. More from the guys as this one goes along. But first, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Cincinnati Reds. As longtime manager Mike Scioscia will line up his guys like this. Noah Zeminski is on the mound here to face these guys. He's got the usual assortment of pitches, but keep an eye on him in the early going here. If these guys can get to him early, he does have a tendency to start overthrowing. And from there, that's when the problems usually arise. And in the field, we see the Mets will line up this way. Here comes perhaps the fastest man in baseball as Billy Hamilton strides forward to get this ball game underway. Underway now tonight as the first pitch is looked at for strike one as we'll get this going a little late at 7:06 tonight.
It's so important with guys like this to get ahead with strike one. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
And now he drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. But the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out.
Well, even as the leadoff batter in the ballgame, this is something that he'll do from time to time. But this time, it didn't work out for him.
Johnny Stromer will stand in now, and you have to say he was one of the real bright spots in the division series.
Here in October, this is when you want your guys to really find their stride. You're right, Matty. He was outstanding in getting them into this LCS.
First pitch coming. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And that misses 1-1. One out, nobody on. Here's the 1-1. Fouled straight back. comes the 1-2. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. And safe, says the first base umpire, as the throw was too late. Oh, but look here. The manager's up and out of the dugout, so it appears he might opt to challenge that last safe call at first.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure about him being safe either, but here's one more look at it right here. Tough to tell for sure from that angle. We'll have to wait and see what the signal is from the dugout.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
The Mets have decided to...
Okay, well, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? Yeah, I think that shot right there makes it look like he might have been out, so this might be a well-used challenge.
Okay, so it looks like the umpires are wrapping up their decision, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and instead of having a base runner at first, the bases will now be empty.
Overturned, and the batters lead.
In is Joey Votto now. So take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. Got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with two out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
The 1-0 pitch. Here's Votto down the right side, but this will find the seats, and that's a foul ball. Ready now on 1-1. Now he turns on one and rips it down the line. But a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Here comes a 1-2. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. Reds are down in order. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Time now to meet the Mets, as the starting lineup for the New York Mets in this one looks like this. They'll step in against a real strikeout artist, the hard-throwing right-hander Johnny Cueto. And defensively, you see the Reds line up like this behind him. Juan Lagares will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first. Fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. The next pitch. First two pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
Now the 2-0 home. Here's a ball headed for left center, and that'll get over the head of Lowry at short. It's a base hit.
Talk about a guy who really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. And he's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
Number 6 will stand in now, and he'll likely have a look down to third to see if anything's up here with nobody out.
Come on, man.
Now here's the first pitch. And, oh, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike, 0-1.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
He's ready now. The pitch. Swing and a ball chopped foul down the left side. Pause. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Well, one thing you can always say when you're facing a guy like this is that he's going to strike hitters out. The question is, are you going to make him work for those strikeouts? And if those 3 pitches are any indication at all, these guys couldn't be in for a long night.
Mike Trout will stand in here in Game 1, and he'll be looking to put a disappointing division series behind him.
Yeah, it was disappointing in that he wasn't able to really carry much of the load. But I know he's grateful to have a shot at redemption here in the League Championship Series.
Now a throw over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Now here's the first pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
He's set. Now the pitch. Line toward the gap in left center, and that's going to be down for extra bases. Oh, and he misses the stop sign there as he heads for the plate.
Well, anybody who calls this place home will tell you this is not a home run heading park, but it will give up its share of doubles. And this one moves runners to second and third now as they're looking to cash in.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
Boy, this is an ideal start here so far in Game 1. You get the scoreless top half. And now, right away, you've got an opportunity here to score first and really put the pressure on right from the outset of this series.
1-0 on the way. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
And now on 2-0, you can't just lay a fastball in there, or he could make this a 3-0 game before you know it.
Runners are at second and third with 1 down. 2-0 on the way. Swing and a liner, but foul. Ready with the 2-1. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd. Foul. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
It's pretty clear they weren't pitching around him there. Even though he's a big-time run producer, they came right at him, and he couldn't drive either one of those guys in.
Dylan Herrera will dig in with a couple of guys in scoring position and a chance to take the lead here in the early going. Here's the first offering. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. On to first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here as that ends the inning. 2 left for the Mets. We've played an inning. No score. Alex Gordon will get his shot now. Great power numbers during the regular season. Still searching for that first home run in the postseason, however.
And these guys really need him to start producing because it seems like pitchers have the upper hand in the postseason. You're always facing the other team's best. And they've pretty well neutralized him all October long.
First pitch on the way. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one.
Ooh, close pitch. Maybe just off the plate, but if it was, it wasn't by more than half an inch or so.
Here comes the 1-0. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
And you go back to the call on that very first pitch, how important that was. Now instead of a 1-1 count, you're at 2-0 with a really dangerous hitter up there.
Here it comes. And this pitch is hit hard as it'll fall into right field for their first hit of the ball game.
Didn't have a whole lot of choice there on 2-0. You had to go after him. But when you leave that ball out over the plate, this can be the result. That's what being patient and waiting for your pitch will get you.
Todd Frazier will get his first opportunity now. First pitch coming. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball one. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. He may not throw a ton of changeups here tonight, but he's got a good one when he needs it.
And I think he will need it because this is a good fastball hitting team. Most teams are. So the more you can keep these guys guessing off balance, the better.
Wow, and he took something off of it there. It's 1-2. A runner at first with no outs here. Now the 1-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and there are some times where you characterize a pitch as a sweeping slider. This one does not fall into that category. I mean, this is a nasty little break at the end. Tough to do anything with that.
Here's a look over to first. Runner back standing. Here's Jed Lowry now. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
He's set, now the pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will get foul for strike two. He waits, now the pitch. And this is on the ground to first, could be two. There's one. Onto the pitcher covering at first, and it's your textbook 3-6-1 double play that'll get him out of the inning. So no runs on one base hit, no errors, and no one left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. Will Metzger will start things off in the bottom of the second.
For the Mets, the shortstop, Will Metzger.
And here's the first pitch. Oh, this is hit hard towards second. This will be taken in at second base. Good positioning for the first out.
Well, I'll tell you what, he had to get up for that one. Sometimes the leap is a little bit more showy, but not here. He was up there a good 2 or 3 feet to pull it in.
In now, Dominic Smith. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Now the pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And now pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. And with 2 away, let's check out our playoff bracket as we give you a look at how these 2 teams advanced out of the divisional round to meet here for the league championship. Kevin Kowalczyk will get his first chance now, trying to get something started with 2 away here in the bottom of the 2nd. First pitch to him. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Bottom of the 2nd here with no score.
Come on.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's in control, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Here's the pitch. Just a touch outside, 1-2.
That's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. And that couldn't have been an easy take.
The pitch. That's on the ground to short. This should end the inning. Taken there by Lowry. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Devin Mesoraco will lead things off. Bottom 3rd of the order set to go here in the 3rd.
Devin Mesoraco.
First pitch coming. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. Charlie Culberson will take his first cut to the ball game here. Here's the first offering. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. Pitch on the way. Swing and a liner. Foul. 3rd inning, no score to this point. Now the pitch. Change up, and he ain't buying it, 1-2.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. That's a great job there just to hold off.
The right-hander deals on 1-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the 3rd.
Oh, that's just a blazer right there. He says, enough with trying to get you to chase. This is mano a mano, and he throws it right past him.
Stepping in now, Johnny Cueto. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1.
And after that call, you know he's got to be turning around to say something like, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't need any help.
Now here's the pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. Now the pitch. And a bouncing ball, foul. Here comes another 0-2. swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. The next 0-2. And this will be fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Another 0-2 coming. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1-2.
Well, not a bad idea up there against a guy who's been fouling everything off in sight. You never know. Maybe he goes after that one, too.
And now a pitch on the way. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And this guy won't lay down here because there's 2 outs and nobody on. He's putting up a good fight.
2-2 pitch on the way. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. So no runs or hits here as the error turns out to be unimportant. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And we are tied 0-0. Noah Zeminski makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
Zuminski.
Now the first pitch. And he shoots it into center field for a leadoff single.
Boy, and just when you think you're all set up with the pitcher leading off an inning, this happens. Just goes to show you, you take anyone for granted up there, they can come back and hurt you.
Juan Lagares will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first. First offering on the way. And a ball 1-0.
Oh, he wanted that one. Probably should have got it, too.
The 1-0. And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1. Makeup call there?
Well, I don't know, but let's just say they're even.
The 1-1. Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. Step on the bag for one. On to Votto, a double play.
This is a nice play up the middle. You can see this ball takes the shortstop right to the bag, so he'll just step on second and fire on to first for the double play.
Into the box now, number 6. As he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1.
And even with 2 outs, this is a team that can still put something together here, especially in this part of the lineup, so you can't let your guard down.
Now here it comes. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
One on the way. That's on the ground to short. This should end the inning. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Nothing doing for the Metropolitans. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Billy Hamilton will stand in now to get us going here in the 4th.
Number 6, Billy Hamilton.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning, 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Oh, and he lays one down here, and this is going to be a tough play. Oh, right with the bare hand. Throw to first is going to beat him, though, as they're able to thwart the bunt attempt.
Oh, man, what a terrific play right there. That ball was rolling, and it stayed low, so he had to bend all the way over to make a barehanded grab, then a quick release, a nice throw to first in time to get the runner. You can expect to see that on highlight reels for a couple days at least now.
Into the box, Johnny Stromer. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1.
Well, as we've seen so far, this isn't a team that's going to wait around too long to feel a pitcher out. They're an aggressive team all the way from top to bottom. And if that first pitch is anywhere close, most of these guys are going to take a hack at it.
Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. Trout back to the track as he takes it for out number 2.
Boy, and he's come out with a plan against these hitters, and he's executed that plan to perfection here early on. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
Joey Votto will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Now the first pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Here's the pitch. And Votto's able to lay off that one as the count turns even to 1-1. Two out, nobody on. The 1-1. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you gotta figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
Yeah, I don't think this is a guy you want to mess with here. He can hurt you in more ways than one.
Here he comes, 3-1. And he takes a cold strike at the knees, and that'll run things full.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
3-2, here it is. Now here's the ball hit sharply toward the right side. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
Alex Gordon will dig in. He singled his first time around. First pitch coming. Hit in the air to right center field. This ball is carrying well. Back it goes, and it is out of here. A 2-run shot here for Alex Gordon. His first homer here in the series, and it's given Cincinnati a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, it looked like he was well on his way to another scoreless inning, and then comes the 2-out single, and this. This is a no-doubter right here. He got every bit of that thing.
Now batting, third baseman, Todd Frazier.
Here's Todd Frazier now. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike.
Well, it's so important to be able to strike first in a postseason game. Get that first run in, especially when you're the team playing on the road. Hopefully you can take a little life out of this big crowd.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
You can tell he's still frustrated after that first called strike. That's still on his mind.
And the pitch. Ball and 2 strikes now to the 2014 All-Star.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
Here's the 1-2. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. But the Reds do push across a couple on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. 2-0 Cincinnati. Mike Trout will lead things off here in the home half of the 4th. Here's the first pitch to him. And that's in there for strike 1.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
Here it comes. And this is on the ground for Lowry at short. No problem here, 1 away.
You know, there's no such thing as a routine grounder with this guy. If you take your time, he's going to be safe. He'll beat it out. So that's a nice job of getting rid of it quickly and getting him at first base.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
And he's tracking that all the way across the plate, but that had too much sweep to it for him to think of swinging.
The 1-0 home. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here's the 1-1. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. And this is something we've seen a lot from him recently. He's worked his way into another good hitter's count.
Yeah, it's not unrelated either. When you're going good at the plate, usually means you're being selective and you're not getting yourself out. And when that happens, you'll find yourself in these kind of counts.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. And with the tying run in the on-deck circle, the question, does he take a look at another one here?
He just might. You're still going to see a good pitch on 3-2, even if this one is good. Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
In now, Dylan Herrera, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. One pitch on the way. Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. No runs, 4 hits. 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. Throw over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. And another throw over. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. So 1-2 with 1 away. Now a fastball, and he knocks this one into right center field. That's going to be a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
This is something their hitting coach preaches every day at the batting cage. Stay inside the ball. Here he lets the ball get deeper into the zone, stays back, and drives it to the right center gap.
Standing in now, Will Metzger, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
And you know, whenever he's been in trouble on the mound, he's found a way to turn things around, and that's a good job to start this guy with strike one.
From the stretch. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. Gordon is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out. So with 2 on and 2 out now, let's have a look at our pitch speed comparison for the two starters. And boy, which of those two numbers leap out at you there? How about the 100? My goodness. Dominic Smith will get a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the fourth. Now here's the first pitch. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Now the 1-0. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. His first homer so far in the series, and it's given the Mets a 3-2 lead.
This is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing. And sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
Stepping in now, Kevin Kowalczyk. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. The pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Come on, Matt.
Now the 1-1. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike.
And you kind of get the sense that his head isn't in it right now. You got to put all your concentration into that hitter. You can leave worrying about the pass for your film session tomorrow.
2-1. Swung on and rolled softly to third. Knee high, he barehands it. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. But the Mets strike for 3, all coming courtesy of this 3-run home run. We played 4, and New York's taken a 3-2 lead. Jed Lowry will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th.
Shortstop, Jed Lowry.
Now here's the first pitch. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Now the pitch. And now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. And he swings on top and sends it on the ground out to second. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. Devin Mesoraco will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First pitch on the way. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. Pitch on the way. And this is grounded foul near a former World Series hero, Billy Hatcher, in that first base coaching box. Fifth inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And this pitch misses to the Reds catcher. Now 2-1.
Yeah, after that last swing, I would have thought they'd go right back in, but that's actually not a bad location because I doubt he was looking for something out there.
Fouled back. Sets the 2-2 pitch. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the fifth.
This is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Into the box now, Charlie Culberson, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Now here's the pitch. Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Reds. Still a 3-2 ball game. Noah Zeminski will come in now to lead things off against our starter, who probably wishes he had a mulligan to use on that last inning.
Yeah, he was doing just fine up until the last time he took the mound. You got to hope that that was just an aberration, or he might not stick around to see another inning.
Here's the first offering. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. You know, that's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
1-0. This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
1-2. And this is hit hard on the ground toward short. Throw by Lowry, and there's the first out.
Center fielder number 12,
Juan Lagares will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. And here's the first pitch.
Here we go.
And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Now a swing and a ball pulled down the line to third. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but it gets by the glove down the line.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy at the plate.
Number 6 will dig in. 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. First pitch to him. Right on that pitch that time as he wraps it into center field, a base hit.
Boy, That hit right there is just a thing of beauty. You talk about smoking one right back at the box. There isn't too many guys in the middle of that field that can catch a ball like that.
In now, Mike Trout. And he gets some pretty good wood on it here as this is lifted to fairly deep left. And there to take it in is Gordon for route number 2.
Boy, that's the kind of play where you take your hat off and you wipe the sweat off your brow, even if it's cold outside. This guy's getting hammered right now. He better figure out something quick.
David Wright. See what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in inning number 5. First pitch coming. Now this is driven out to deep right center. This could be trouble. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And the runner will score from second.
And in this ballpark, against this lineup, you pretty much have to expect you're going to give up a few runs along the way. The important thing, though, is to avoid the huge innings and minimize the damage as much as you can.
Dylan Herrera will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Here's the first offering. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Gotta say, for a strikeout pitcher, not too many strikeouts here so far.
And he's in a big need of one right here. It would definitely come in handy.
As a look, now the pitch. Swing and a line drive, but this is a foul ball. From the belt, kicks and deals. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Now another 0-2. Hit hard on the ground is short. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local station. Curtis Livingston will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
25, Curtis Livingston.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
.1-0 pitch now. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Here it comes, 2-1. And this is going to be a foul ball. Here comes a 2-2. And this is hit well towards the hole. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Yeah, and it's kind of been one of those days. There haven't been too many balls hit hard, and even when they do hit one hard, it's an atom ball.
Billy Hamilton will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch coming. Now the bunt attempt hits him here, but they're going to say he offered at it, and that's the first strike. 1 strike offering now to Hamilton. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground towards short. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
Yeah, not a great throw that time. Here's the play at first. You see him stretch out that right leg to try and take this one out of the dirt, but it winds up going in and out of the glove.
Prior to the at-bat, a check on first, and he'll get back in standing. Standing in now, Johnny Stromer, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one.
And you can see it. He's upset with himself out there at short, and he should be. He's a big leaguer. He'd like to get a ground ball here to get himself off the hook.
Let's go, Matt.
He's ready. Now the pitch. Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. We're in the 6th inning now of a 4-2 ball game.
That runner's leaning.
Pause, now the pitch. He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. Lagares comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for round number 2.
And this is all about taking charge out there. That's the center fielder's ball if he can get there. So he calls everybody off and he makes the play easily.
Joey Votto will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. Now the first pitch. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
Comes set, now the pitch. And this is swung on and missed as they jump ahead of Votto here, 0-2.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
Comes set, now the pitch. A little bit off the outside, it's 1-2.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
The 1-2. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike 3 called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. One left for Cincinnati. Still down by a count of 4-2. Tyler Clippard will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the 6th.
Number 36, Tyler Clippard.
Will Metzger will dig in now. He's lined out and flied out in 2 trips.
The shortstop, Will Metzger.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. That's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Now the pitch. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Well, he's now 0 for 3 in this one, but he's had a couple of good at-bats mixed in there. He's seeing the ball really well. They just don't want to fall in for him.
Dominic Smith will strike it again as first we flash it back to his at-bat in the 4th inning, and what a big one it was. A 3-run home run that was certainly one of the big blows in the ballgame to this point. Here's the pitch. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Here's the 1-0. 2-0 now.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
The 2-0 on the way. And a swing as he pulls this one into right. And that's going to get down out there.
A couple of hard-hit balls here to start the inning. Well, the first one found a glove, but not this one, though. He's on with a 1-out single.
Kevin Kowalczyk will stand in. One of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far. Now the first pitch. And this is on the ground for Lowry and could be 2. Culberson on to Votto, a double play, and that ends the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. On to the 7th here in Game 1. The Mets lead it 4-2. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. 7th inning coming up now in Game 1 as we take a look there at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Alex Gordon will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7.
Alex Gordon.
Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. Here's a 1-0. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
Seems like it's been a fairly consistent pattern. Hard stuff early, soft stuff late. But these guys don't seem to have caught on yet.
It's a pretty standard operating procedure, too. They just look lost up.
Bit out in front there is Gordon, and this one's hit on the ground to second. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Leadoff man retired. Here's the third baseman, Todd Frazier. First pitch coming. Here's a swing and a little tapper in front of the mound. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
Here's Jed Lowry now. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
Having success with the fastball here, it's 0-2 now.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Come on, Matt.
Now here it comes. Swing and a liner. Foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Ready with another 0-2. Now a ball sprayed fouled into the seats near third. Another 0-2 home. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Reds are down in order. They trail it here 4-2. Jonathan Broxton will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Jonathan Broxton.
Mason Williams is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Williams.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Swing and a hard hit ball to second. And taken in out there for the first out.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat, maybe even a half heartbeat considering how fast his heart is beating right now. But he's on it all the way. He winds up making the play.
Juan Lagares will get another shot now. 2 for 3 in the game. First offering on the way. And that misses, ball 1. Seventh inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. Here's the 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Now the 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
He knows the drill out there. You've got to make him swing the bat. Cannot be giving up walks at this stage of the game because those could be fatal.
Now the 3-0 offering. And he won't even have to take the bat off its moorings. A 4-pitch walk here.
Now batting, number 6.
Number 6 will get another crack. 1 for 3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
That's his strength. He wants to try and come in and jam you, so you got to be ready to try and turn on something.
Now a move over to first, and the runner back safely. One 0 on the way. Lagares runs. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
And that may have been an out-and-out guess right there. He had to figure they weren't going to throw over twice in a row, so he's running on first movement, and he makes it to second base safely.
Ready now on 1-1. And this is fouled back and out of play. Here comes a 1-2. And oh, that looked to catch him flush down near the foot or the ankle. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
Not really all that tough of play heading up the middle, but you see it takes a funny little hop there at the end, and this will be scored as an error.
Addison Reed will come on and try to get out of this mess here as there are 2 on with only 1 away. Mike Trout will be the first to greet him here as he'll do so with runners at the corners and only 1 out. And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Now here's the first pitch. This is foul right side. Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
1-1 on the way. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Now a hard liner towards short. And it eats him up a bit. And this will add on to their lead. It's now a 5-2 ball game.
Maybe an important run right there, and you got to figure every run's important in a low-scoring ball game. But that now pushes the lead to 5-2, so you got to think that they're liking their chances right about now.
David Wright will dig in. He doubled home a run last time around. First pitch on the way. In there, no balls and a strike.
Pretty cool right there. You know, it's so important in a tough spot to get that first pitch strike over, and he's able to jump ahead.
He's set, now the pitch. On the ground to second base, this could be two. Lowry on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more from Game 1 after this. Josh Edgen will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8. Devin Mesoraco will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips. And this is going to be a foul ball. Now here's the pitch. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And the 8th inning begins with a flyout, quickly 1 away. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers in the game, and the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Here's the first offering. Now a swing and a bouncing ball toward the hole. There to get it is Wright. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
As a manager, you love your relievers to come in and give you plenty of strikeouts. But I'll tell you what, there isn't a manager alive that'll get upset when you come in and get 2 outs on 3 pitches.
Chris Heisey will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one.
He's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Now a swing and another chance at third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Reds, and the deficit remains 5-2. Alfredo Simon is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the eighth.
Alfredo Simon.
Dylan Herrera will step in, a ground-out victim as last time.
Second baseman, Dylan Herrera.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well, you can tell he's trying to work that pitch away, but he might have left that one a little more over the plate than he intended.
And the pitch. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
Here it comes. And quick wrists here as this is yanked down the third base line. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
Well, that's a nice piece of defensive hitting right there. What I mean by that, with two strikes, you've got to open that zone up a little because you don't want to get caught looking at strike three. So he lets it fly here on a pitch pretty well out of the zone, but he makes it work out for him.
Into the box, Will Metzger, as he's swinging first pitch and sends a line drive out to left center. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number one.
And this could have really got this inning off to a great start, but it finds the outfielder's glove out there, and that runner's forced to retreat back to first.
Stepping in now, Dominic Smith, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. Now the 1-0 pitch. Up around the letters with that one for ball two.
Yeah, that's a good spot to miss against a guy like this. He loves that pitch up in the zone. Most power hitters do, so that's not a bad idea to give him one above the letters.
2-0 count, the pitch. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Yeah, the velocity's good here, but I'm not so sure about the location. That was right down the middle.
We're in the eighth inning now of a 5-2 ball game. A 2-1 offering. And this will be fouled away. Here he comes on 2-2. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with one out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Here's the full count offering. Runner goes for second. Oh, and he turns another one around here. And his fine ball game will continue. Give him another home run. So a two-run shot to left center, his second of the game, and the lead is now 7-2.
When you give up a clutch homer like that this late in the game that gives the other team a lead, you know you're kicking yourself a little bit. And how are you going to refocus now and get back into this game?
In now, Kevin Kowalczyk.
Kevin Kowalczyk.
So wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike one. That last home run estimated at 399 feet. Now here's the pitch. That misses. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the Mets backstop.
Yeah, well, that's, I guess, what you'd call a rule book strike. Technically, that's in the strike zone, but it's a call that most pitchers don't get nowadays.
1 out, nobody on. The 1-1. And maybe an excuse me swing there as this is tapped in front of the mound. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Up next for the Mets, pitcher, John Henson.
Eric Campbell will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 20, Eric Campbell.
Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. The next pitch. 1-1. The 1-1. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. Taken there by Lowry. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. But the Mets do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. Last chance coming up here for the Reds. It's the Mets 7 and the Reds 2. Boone Logan is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 4,
Billy Hamilton will stand in to start things off as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just 1 hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. One strike offering now to Hamilton. Fastball called for strike 2. Boy, no messing around here in this 9th inning.
And that's a closer's mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitching. That's usually a fastball.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And this will be off the wall out near the 330 marker. Around second. He'll try for third. The relay throw. And he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple.
Well, he'll get high fives now, but with nobody out, I think this was a pretty big gamble. But he turns it on once he hits the bag at second, and he's able to slide head first as he beats the throw.
Standing in now, Johnny Stromer. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-handed pitching. Now you're in a good RBI spot, and you're stuck facing a guy like this.
Runner at third here, nobody out. From the belt, the pitch. In under the hands with a fastball, it's 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Here's the lefty's offering on 1-2. And he's going to deliver the run here as this is a shot into left center field for a base hit.
Well, apparently, they've still got a pulse here. A run is in to score on the base hit, and now, with another hit or two, they could really make this interesting.
Joey Votto will stand in to keep things going, and I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
And he's probably a little bit upset with himself for giving up that early run, but he really reached back for something extra right there.
Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. And the runner back in standing. He's ready now, the pitch. And Votto's able to lay off that one as the count turns even to 1-1.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
Here's the 1-1 now to Votto. And that misses. 2-1.
You've got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
Here comes the 2-1. A good movement bearing in. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Figure we'll probably see a heavy dose of that sinker here tonight.
It's really a pitch you'll lean on, especially when he needs that ground ball, but even in situations like this where he's just trying to get ahead.
The 2-2. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, and that's his 3rd strikeout of the ballgame.
I'm not quite sure what that was all about. I don't think he knows either. That was almost in the on-deck circle.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. On the way. Now a ball hit hard toward first. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. Now the relay home. And the runner will score from first. And he will pull into third with an RBI triple.
Well, unfortunately, this is probably going to be his last at-bat. This triple will give him 3 legs of a cycle, so unless his guys really go to work, he won't have a chance to finish it off. But either way, he's had a tremendous ball game. This is the capper right here.
Todd Frazier will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Now here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
And in this spot, you got to pitch for the strikeout here. And this is a guy that's gone down twice so far, so you do have that in your favor.
He's set, now the pitch. Still taking here as he looks at the slider this time, and he's in a big hole now, down 0-2.
And now this is where you can be just a little bit more selective as a pitcher. You're looking for the strikeout. You certainly don't have to throw a strike in either of the next 2 pitches. So you got to see if you can get him to chase.
Now a swing and a sharp ground ball to third. Throw will be to first for the second out, but meanwhile another run is in to score.
Boy, I'll tell you what. You hit it anywhere near this guy, you're just going to be out. That's the way it is. Look at him just smother this thing, then right himself and make that strong throw over to first base.
Jed Lowry now. Lined foul right over the Mets dugout. And now a pitch on the way. Chopper foul. A sold-out crowd of 41,800 get to their feet now in Flushing. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. The next 0-2. Cincinnati, good night.
Yeah, and you know this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and prove your mettle. I think his performance here was by far the big key to this ball game.
So that's a wrap here tonight. Eric Harros, Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, you've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Facebook at MLB The Show. The Mets come out on top, 7-5. Good night from Flushing.